Hey guys and gals and gender non-conforming pals, it's your girl Money Pop in the building yet again. I feel like it has been, even though I think it's only technically been like a month and a half or so since my last video, I feel like a completely different person than who made that video and who's making this video today. There's so much that has happened. There's a lot happening in the world. And I'm trying my best to hold on. You know what I'm saying? I feel like last year threw us for a loop and this year is trying to like throw us for a loop-de-loop in this bitch. So I'm trying to hold on. But one thing that kind of keeps me sane through these trying times is getting on my phone. This is very recent, getting on my phone and getting on TikTok. Okay, now, if you had like asked me, Imani, do you get on TikTok? Like, did you see this TikTok video, If you had asked me that a year ago, just 1 year ago, the answer would be no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. When I first heard of TikTok, okay, so I'm kind of preempting the topic of my video, but I'm a millennial, okay? I'm not someone who is in her early 20s. I am in my late 20s. When I heard of this app, TikTok, and like I heard the premise of it, I had seen a couple little snippets of TikToks and I was like, oh, this is Vine. This is Vine. Vine was a hell of a time. I feel like when Vine was out, I might have been at like somewhat of a high point in my, young adulthood. And then it instantly came crashing down, but we don't have to talk about that. Vine was the app, okay? Like, I think it was only like 6 seconds, right? Like, Vines were really short, but they were so funny. Like, I would sit and like flip through Vines for hours. And so I don't know what happened. I guess like people got bored with Vines. I think like Instagram probably has something to do with the demise of Vine. I really don't know. I don't know what caused Vine to go the way of the dodo bird, but it did. Anyway, I saw TikTok and I just assumed that this was like a lesser version of Vine, because a lot of the Vine people that I was interested in, a lot of it was like for me specifically, I watched a lot of Chicago Viners, if that was the word. Those types of people, I don't really hear much from them, so I'm like, well, are they gonna be on Vine? Like if they're not on it, or the people that I used to watch on Vine are not on TikTok, I'm not sure how interested I am. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I passed that phase is basically what I'm saying. I wasn't trying to hear that TikTok mess, but now I've been kind of spending more time with it professionally. Like I do social media professionally. I know that TikTok is like the app now, I like TikTok. It's a lot of the content is very funny. Let me say that. I don't want to sound like, an old person. And maybe I'm feeling this more because I am a little bit older. So like I told you about how I was in my Vine days. I was in my early 20s when Vine was a thing. Now in my later 20s, I'm starting to kind of like realize or notice some trends that I don't know how I feel about them. Generation wars, like the generational divide content is something I see a lot on TikTok. So it'll be a Vine, or not a Vine, it'll be a TikTok of like maybe a 20 or a 21-year-old complaining about millennials or whatever, or saying like the things that millennials do is so obnoxious, or what insert negative adjective here. I also do see millennials talking, down about Gen Z, like, oh my gosh, you kids don't know real music, and all the music these days are like made for TikTok. It goes both ways. Like the generation divide, like between Gen Z and millennials, it's real. You must ask yourself, why does it matter? Why does it matter that I am like your older sister's age? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like every generation goes through this. So like for us, which is weird, because like what the fuck, why does Gen X always like escape scot-free? Like no one ever talks about Gen X. The point is, I don't really understand what benefit does or do these generation wars really serve. When I was growing up, so the internet was just really popping off. So like I always grew up with the existence of an internet, But as I got older, as I started to mature, the internet started to mature and started to pop off. And so, you know, we're witnessing this in real time and witnessing like AOL Instant Messenger, and we're able to like message our friends quickly, like after school, and you know, getting data on our phone and being able to go on the internet on our freaking phones. Me and my friends, we would be iMessaging each other in AP US history class. We would be, you know, Twitter came out, I think my junior year, I want to say. We'd be tweeting each other up in class. I grew up as the internet grew up. And I feel like now Gen Z kids, they've always known, and they've always known how to work a phone. They've always known how to get on the iPad and go onto YouTube and watch whatever kids shows are out. I don't have kids. I don't know what kids watch. I'm gonna keep it real. They've always had that. And so I think because of that, Generation Z, Gen Z, they're a lot more savvy sooner than we were. I feel like Gen Z, by seeing what their older siblings experienced, they're a little bit savvier. Especially, they're savvier. They're able to navigate this new world better than we were at their age. One of the major things, right, and I think this is going to become even more relevant after / as COVID develops, God help us. I think college or like post-secondary education is going to be like one of those things that might be a little bit different. I feel like Generation Z is starting to see like, I don't necessarily need to go to college to have a good life. There are skills that I can learn, you know, there are things that I can do already accessible online, certain certifications, certain programs, It doesn't have to be college. And I feel like our generation was very like, college, or else you're gonna fucking die. You will not amount to anything in life. That is how they made college seem for millennials, for me, my generation. Generation Z is a little bit more savvy. They're like, I see how my sister's still living at home. I'm not trying to stay at home with my sister when I come back from college, so I'm about to do something else. Yeah, I think Generation Z, they're awake, which is it's a beautiful thing. But I also don't understand, like, a lot of it is infighting. As old as like Gen Z, as old as millennials are made to seem like on the internet, a lot of us are like we're still pretty young. Like, I'm not 30 yet, you guys. I really truly feel old, but like I'm not 30 yet. But like, our generation, millennials and Gen Z, we're gonna have to like, the generational divide shit is not gonna work for us. We gotta stick together. I think through all of that rambling that I was about to do, I'm just trying to say that I think millennials and Gen Z folks need to stick together. It's fine to throw little digs, you know, oh, you guys are old, you know, you don't understand TikTok music. In a couple years, y'all gonna be old too. Your little cousins and little sisters gonna look at y'all like y'all old. It's the circle of life, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of stuff, jokingly, it's fine. But I do kind of see like a lot of generalizations happening, and it's just, it feels really uncomfortable when a lot of the situations that Gen Z kids or adults, you know, because a lot of them are adults, a lot of the situations that they're in are situations that we're in too. And I don't understand why it has to be like a generational war when we are all gonna have to continue to grow up in this mess that previous generations created. And I think what we really need to do, as much as we like to joke and play around, I think, you know, both generations need to like sit and combine and say, well, how are we going to not only fix the mess that was handed down to us, but how are we going to make sure that for the next generations that come beyond us, how are we going to make sure that they are okay? It would be a tragedy in all of this mess that we're experiencing that people don't take a look inward to see how we got here and, you know, be conscious enough, care enough about humanity to figure out how we can stop, you know, later generations from feeling the shit that we're feeling right now. I guess that was it. And then outside of that, like, you know, all y'all millennials are old shit. It be making me feel old, okay? And I'm not ready to feel old yet, okay? When I see like college aged kids, like 21, 22, you know, talking about millennials da-da-da-da this and millennials da-da-da-da that. I'm like, bitch, what did I do to you? I'm your older sister. I be trying to give y'all little ones game. I be giving my niece game. Why you mad at me? Like, I didn't even do nothing. Like, I didn't even do anything. We got attacked from the boomer generation.
Oh my God, the millennials, all they want to do is go to Starbucks and eat avocado toast.
Where the fuck did that come from? Like, where did avocado toast come from? I promise you, like, I've had avocado toast now, but like at the time, I'm like, I don't even know where to get an avocado toast. Like, I could go to the grocery store and get an avocado and then put it on some bread. But like, was that something that people were like really doing? The point is, I feel like millennials, we get attacked from the older people, and now we're getting attacked from younger people. And it's just like, can we just live? Okay, can we just live? I wrote down, because I gotta write notes or else this video would not be possible. One of the notes I wrote was, oh my God, okay. Aging. I don't like this whole like concept of once you reach, like after you're 30, you're not relevant anymore. I feel like this is very, it applies heavily to women. I feel like once you reach a certain age, people are just kind of like, okay, well, whatever, who cares? Like, we want to know what the younger demographic is doing, which is understandable. Like, a lot of marketing, a lot of advertising plays to the whims and the wants of younger people, and that's just kind of how it is. But I don't think it's fair that, you know, an entire generation of people who we're all aging, right? You know, what we want, what we need is not seen as important anymore. As I'm starting to steamroll through my 20s. I'm going to be 28 this year, which is crazy to say, but I'm going to be 28 this year. And I'm starting to think about, oh, okay, you know, I'm already considered a, what do you call it? When a woman is a spinster, when a woman is unmarried, like after 25, like she's a spinster. I'm already a spinster. I don't have any kids. I don't have a partner, like, you know, all of these types of things, like societal expectations, start coming to your mind. You're like, ooh, should I like try to hurry up? Should I like try to just maybe settle because I'm getting old? The answer is no. Even though people may joke about you being old, it doesn't matter because you're still popping. And honestly, we taught Gen Z the sauce, okay? Them OG Tumblr days, those looks are resurfacing. Like, a lot of the things that millennials did and spearheaded, our younger peers are taking that to the next level, and I love to see it. I really do love to see like the younger generation like remix our sauce and like do their own thing. I love it. I love to see it, and I do hope that a lot of this generational fighting can just stop so that we can fight the real enemy, which is capitalism. I think I'm gonna end on that note. Thank you guys so much. I know it's been a long time, you know. To be honest, there's no real explanation other than my mental health is up and down, and I don't want to record when it's down. So catch me on the next good day, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.